As Revelation says, that no one will be able to buy nor sell unless he receives the mark in his forehead or in his right hand. So the reason this is such an urgent message is because as we speak right now, the mark of the beast is being planned and implemented in third world countries. And by that I mean the digital identification that they say is a natural human right, which is an excuse for them to be able to track every man, woman, and child. In the book of 2nd Ezra, it speaks of a great eagle. This is a prophecy, a great eagle that will have control over everything in all the nations of the earth. No creature on the earth will be able to speak out any word against it. Now that system is being implemented right now. As Revelations chapter 13 says, that no one will be able to buy nor sell unless he receives the mark in his forehead or in his right hand. That biometrics, merging man and machine, the WEF had said that the fourth industrial revolution will be the merging of mankind with technology. The goal of them is transhumanism. It's in order to live forever. Unfortunately, they're not in control of when the decisive decree goes forth from the Most High that a man should die. That's when it happens. If you can have all the money in the world, for what good is it to gain the whole world and everything in it? We need to wake up and have the truth penetrate through us to where we see through the lies and we are not fooled anymore. And we therefore wake others up. So the great deception, the truth will shoot right through it. And those who are searching for the truth, they will have it. And those that are wise will bring many to righteousness, and the wise will understand. So what does come out of her, my people, mean specifically? Well, essentially, it has to do with our hearts and our minds. We need to have a firm grasp of truth and righteousness. Truth is essential. It affects everything we do. If we go down the path of deception, then every step we take is in the wrong direction. If we have truth guiding us, which is His light through His words, enacting His words through our actions, we also have the breastplate of righteousness. That means we keep His commandments. They're not burdensome that we can't do. Fit for everybody on the face of this earth. If we respect and honor each other, for example, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. If we do that, then we're going to automatically put people in a right position in our lives. We're not going to lie, cheat, and steal. And if we love others as we love ourselves, the golden rule, well then everything's going to work out because you're going to want to do what you know is good. And instinctively, you're not going to do things that are wrong towards your fellow man. We have to prepare our hearts so that we aren't part of the world and the things of it. Remember, it says that the flesh wages war against the spirit. Those who love the world, the love of God is not in them. You can't love the world and love God also. The two are incompatible. They're in direct opposition with each other. You have to choose one or the other will choose you. This is one way to start preparing. This beast system, if you could see they're orchestrating, everything is lining up. All the world powers, all the elites, so to speak, the ones with wealth, power, and control, they're all aligned with one unity. We don't fight against flesh and blood, but principalities and spiritual forces of evil in high places. So that's what we're fighting against. But they think that they're going to win the battle against the creator of the heavens and the earth and the sea and all that is in them. The devil is the great deceiver. He deceives the whole world. So don't be surprised when everybody in general is deceived about things. Only whose eyes are open to see through. They have the spirit of discernment, which is given through the Spirit by knowing the words, and they come to remembrance when the situation occurs. That's how we sharpen the sword of our spirit, which is the word, to be able to handle any situation. And through that, the shield of faith protects us when the devil shoots his fiery arrows at us. Whichever way they come, and they come from all directions. But that tests us and puts us as gold through the fire to purify us and to ready us for His kingdom. And the perspective He wants us to have is this life is just temporary. It's one drop in the entire ocean. And He wants us to get that mindset because the age to come is prepared for us. That's what He wants us to be rulers with Him. And in order to do so, He needs wise people that will keep His ways and follow His ways so that we can establish a righteous and good and just government in the age to come, when he will be the great king, and the people who keep his commandments and live for him, and especially sacrifice, including their lives for him now here, they will be given great glory and honor, and he will announce those people before his Father and before the angels. So that's what's at stake. We need to really try to see through the media deception, the government deception, medical deception. Everything's coming at us from all different directions. That's why I say not to not follow the authorities, but to have our one authority. If we're following his ways and his words, then we're not going to break the laws of men. We don't have to worry about the 1,000 laws they have, because we're going to be following his law. If we're doing that, the laws of men we shouldn't be breaking. If they are just laws, they won't go against him and his ways. In the Book of Enoch, it talks about how these people write oppression into the laws. What is the judgment? It says, do you not know that every single thing they do is written down and recorded and brought before the Most High every single day? And that at the great judgment, when everybody has to give an account for every word, action, should have done but didn't do, everybody's going to be held in account, and their own actions and their own words and everything is going to be brought to light in front of everybody, and nothing is going to be hidden. But those who are forgiven by the blood of the Lamb, our sins are as far as the east is from the west. Anyways, this is just a little glimpse. We're going to be getting back into the Book of Enoch, but I wanted to do a quick video calling for unity and calling for us to mentally, emotionally, and eventually physically come out of this beast system, which is encapsulating all of humanity. Things are happening to where they're merging all the countries together to create the new order where all the nations are as one, just like at Babylon. And what happened to Babylon? Yahweh Elohim was not pleased. Yahweh wants the dividing of nations because each one has a specific specialty. If they're all the same, then what? One ruling government body controls everything? That only works when there's a just and righteous king who is coming. Otherwise, a human being, absolute power, corrupts absolutely. And that's exactly what's happening now. The people in charge are like, you know what, we're in charge. There's no one that can stop us now. So those pesky things like the Constitution and all that other stuff, doesn't apply to us because we make the rules. That's essentially what's happening. Another thing I'm going to get into is the whole climate alarmism. The Book of Enoch and Revelations talks about all kind of devastating plagues that are going to happen on the earth. And this climate change thing is trying to get ahead of it so they can explain away the great and awesome power that's coming on this earth with earthquakes. The stars are going to fall from the sky, all kind of things. In these last days, we have to come together as a people. Christ crucified and raised from the dead. Confess with your mouth that Jesus, Yahusha, is Lord, and believe in your heart that Yahweh Elohim, God raised him from the dead, and you are saved. Everything else we can work out as believers. We can all come to unity. So we're not butting heads. We can come to unity. So we're in one mind, walking down the same path we have to in these last days. The enemy comes to steal and destroy. You know, the mantra, diversity is our greatest strength. That's a complete lie. Unity is our greatest strength. Divided falls. If you have a glass that's shattered, and is that stronger than a cup fully secure, where everything that goes into it is of one purpose and one mind? That's how he wants us to be. That's the calling I feel, is to bring his people together in these last days so that there is unity and so that there is peace. Then the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, the pride of life, the things that separate us from our Creator, they won't be able to flood our mind and our attentions. And we could do his work to produce great fruit in these last days. So each work that we do is like a pebble thrown in the pond, and that ripple goes out until the very end when Yahusha comes and his reward is with him to get everyone according to their works. Every good deed we do, its fruit of the result of that will only be realized when he comes. So everything we do is vastly important. We keep the commandments of Elohim and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach, of Jesus Christ. That's what I got for today. I was doing a series on Enoch, but this was a very pressing thing. I'm seeing all the things that are happening in the world and the chaos and the confusion that is purposefully sown on us by the people who have given themselves authority over our lives, which, I'm sorry, with here, we are under one king, and truth is king. And if they practice falsehood and deceits, well, they're not my king. How about you? If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, perhaps sharing, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe if I've earned your subscription. But please stay with me, because we're going to get into the things that people are afraid to talk about. And as long as I still have a platform, that's what I intend to do. And as always, have a blessed day. Calling all followers of the way, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities. Give unto her double into her cup, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judges her.